Welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb, the market has certainly changed in the last year, causing some people to wonder if their houses will sell quickly and at a good price. Many home sellers want to bet on the sure thing, a cash buyer, versus a buyer getting a loan. What are the reasons a home seller may sell to a cash buyer versus going through the traditional sales process?
Well, Richard, people don't sell homes very often. Kind of the traditional way of selling homes is a little bit daunting for people because they know, oh my God, my house has to be perfect. My house has to show well. I'm going to have to make it neat and tidy. The pictures are going to have to be good. I'm going to have strangers coming through my house. All the things that could happen are a problem for some people. And so some people are very, very interested in skipping that whole process and selling to a cash buyer. But the assumption is that a home seller would have to take less than selling to a regular live in your home type buyer. And my experience very recently has been that's not necessarily true. Sometimes these investors will pay pretty darn close to full market value. So it's good to have options. Anytime you're selling a home, it's always good to have multiple offers, multiple options, multiple paths you can take, and then you get to decide which one is the best one for you. And the fact is, when you go through the traditional sales process, it's a very large project. It takes planning. Um, and of course, the whole process is different state to state. I've even had people tell me that if they've sold 3 or 4 homes in one market, the process was different from the 3 or 4 sales. It's definitely gotten more complicated. The agreements are longer and longer. The technology is constantly changing. And now what's going on is basically the buyers are deciding whether or not they're even going to leave their fuzzy bunny slippers and go see your home based on how it's presented online. So the very first showing ends up being online because the buyers are going, do I like it? Yes, no. Do I want to spend my gas money and my time going to look at this home? Yes, no. And because the imagery is so high quality these days, it's not just the pictures. They can look at the map and look all around it, see what's all around it. You can't hide anything these days with Google Earth and Google Maps and the images that are put up. But in general, the typical steps of selling a home are you meet with an agent, you prepare, usually 6 months, 2 to 6 months prior to when you plan to move. And it's a good idea to do that in advance just because there are certain things that take time. Like if you need to do repairs, some people don't know what repairs they should do and what they should not do. And that's part of our services. We actually offer a free in-home consultation on just that, what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale. And then we give you a good idea what your home will sell for and how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells. So that's what we do. When we first meet, we take a good look at your home. We find out what your goals are. We'll go over all the options, including we show up with a handful or more of offers already. We've got cash buyers that want to buy homes. So that's one option that you could look at, or you could do the traditional sales process. It doesn't matter. Either way is fine. And that way you get a really good idea what your home is worth. Is it worth the money if I'm going to go and, put in fresh carpet or if I'm going to replace the counters? I do recommend that you fix broken stuff. I was just talking to a client this morning and he was, we've got an offer and he was calculating how much money he's already put in the home and how much money he's going to have to put in the home because he has to replace a roof and that cost him a deductible. And I'm like, well, I hate to be brutally honest, but the truth is that is deferred maintenance and the buyer cannot get their homeowner's insurance policy on that roof if there is legacy hail damage on the roof. So it really has to be done. It doesn't matter what the buyer who the buyer is in the process because they cannot get their policy. So those are the kind of things that we deal with on a regular basis. I swear probably 1 out of 3 of my listings has to have their roof replaced because hail is so prevalent here. But we still show up with multiple cash offers, so you have options. And we have a system for getting your house ready to show. And a lot of people are kind of worried that, oh my God, somebody's going to come over and judge my home. Don't worry about that because you're not putting the house on. I say this all the time. Hey, we're not taking pictures today. I'm just here to get a feel for it. We can look past all the flaws if there is any clutter and just get a vision of what it could be. And a lot of sellers worry about, okay, if I sign an agreement with an agent, am I stuck in a long-term contract? Well, it depends on what that agent promised you. If they just went by the state form, which really doesn't promise anything, you have to be able to substantiate if you want to get out of that agreement that they have not performed according to what they said they were going to do. We actually provide a satisfaction guarantee because we want happy customers. We're not here to, tie people to a long-term agreement. This is my client. No, we want people to give us, 5-star reviews and be very, very happy. So we have already built into our systems and processes so that you know what's going to happen every step of the way, regardless of whether or not you sell your home on a traditional sale or you go through the cash offer process. But we start by marketing to our buyers in waiting, including our cash buyers. And then if you do the traditional sales process, we'll help you prepare your home for sale, help you for photo day. All these things are part of what we do. And that way you have certainty and clarity about how to do this. Some people fear the inspection. A lot of people are terrified on the inspection. So one of our programs is a certified pre-owned home program. It solves this problem because you're pre-inspected, pre-certified. It comes with a warranty and it gives the buyer a warm fuzzy that when they're investing in that home, that they're making a good investment and it's going to grow with them and they'll be able to build equity and they'll have a nice functional home. So you want to be prepared whether or not you're taking a cash buyer or a traditional buyer. And if you're doing the traditional process, the marketing has to be excellent because the first showing is online. The photos have to be excellent because you could get eliminated on the dumbest thing. I was looking at a photo of one of my listings yesterday in preview before we activated. I said, take that out. It's not a good photo because it gave the false impression that the kitchen was too small because of the stuff in there. So I said, nope, that's got to go away because we want to attract buyers. We're not trying to repel buyers with our imagery. And we also help you get prepared for the process because it is different. I mean, agents will sometimes show up early, sometimes late, and then you might be there during the showing. Sometimes they'll have buyers that really may not be qualified. So we're going to help you be educated about the process so you know what to expect. So you're not surprised when they do crazy things like show up late, show up early, don't show, don't cancel. All those things. We want you to be fully informed. We do it with pictures in person and with videos. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the host of this show, Your Real Estate Voice, and the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb has the buyer's team. And we're talking about why a home seller might look at a cash offer versus the traditional sales process. So next up, we're going to be talking about kind of where this market is going and how you can be best prepared to sell the right way, whichever is the right way for you. And right now we have over 27,925 buyers in waiting just on our little website. Typically, we can find at least 700 that are a high match for your home. We're going to market to those buyers. So if you'd like to get a free in-home consultation on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale, go to barbhasthebuyers.com, click on any one of those buttons, and we'll be happy to help you. And if you want a cash offer, go to barbhasthebuyers.com and click on the cash offer green button, and you could sell your home in 3 minutes for top dollar. You will get multiple cash offers at a price agreeable to you, or I'll pay you the difference in just 3 clicks, 3 minutes, at least 3 offers, and I can guarantee 100% of market value. Richard?
We're talking about why a home seller would consider a cash offer versus the traditional sales process. Barb, tell us what motivates home sellers to seriously consider a cash buyer.
Well, one reason is speed. A lot of these cash buyers, because they are cash, They don't need to get a loan. They don't need to get an appraisal. Some do an inspection, some just go look at it and take a few pictures and they're done. But typically that whole process can happen and close, and you get your money in 2.5 weeks. It's also usually an as-is sale, meaning they're not going to ask you to do repairs. They might take off the price a little bit if there's any repairs that need to be done, but there's no need to prepare your home for sale. There's no need to do repairs. You don't have to worry about strangers walking through your home. There's no uncertainty of whether or not the buyer is going to close and whether or not they can get financing. There's no uncertainty of the deal falling apart over inspection and appraisal. And it's a really good program for busy people that just don't want to deal with all the crazy stuff of, you hear my stories all the time, Richard, of that agent blew up the deal over a $200 8-year-old used refrigerator, crazy stuff. Most people want to pick their moving date, know it's definitely going to happen, and be prepared for their next walk into life. And we're actually the only real estate company that provides all these options here in town. So if you are thinking of making a move, maybe the traditional sales process has too many landmines and potential problems for you. Will the buyers want to buy? There's 33% more available homes on the market right now. Will the house pass the inspection? Will it pass appraisal? Will the buyer's loan go through? Will there be any surprises like the buyer changes their mind? Do you need to replace a roof? That's a big project that you have to coordinate with the insurance company. Do you have to worry about septic and sewer lines? We have to worry about crazy agent behavior. All that kind of stuff could take place on a traditional sale. And it's one way to bypass that issue. And we can help you do that. So not all real estate agents are the same. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call, 719-301-3900, or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Click on cash offer and sell your home in 3 minutes for top dollar. You can get multiple cash offers at a price agreeable to you, or I'll pay you the difference. That's right. 3 clicks, 3 minutes, and 3 offers. Give us a call, 719-301-3900. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice. That's Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. She is your real estate voice. And if you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. When we come back, we'll be talking about how will the home buying process change this summer, plus Barb's hot new listings. You don't want to miss those.